self-love and loving who you are is very important on your spiritual path. And I wanted to take a few minutes today to talk about why is it so important that you actually love yourself and accept yourself for who you are. First of all, as spiritual beings living a human experience here on earth, it's very, very, very difficult at times. You know, there's things that you see, people, your family, your friends. A lot of people can inflict, judgment upon you or say some things that are pretty hurtful, and you tend to kind of like doubt yourself or not love yourself enough. So you have to understand that regardless of what anyone says, this is your spiritual path, your spiritual journey. And part of that is honoring thyself or honoring yourself. And a lot of people don't understand, well, what do you mean by honoring yourself? Well, basically, it's loving every imperfection that you have, because you have to understand you are perfect the way you are. Even if you can't see it, even if you feel that, physically you may have some challenges, or you may have some different type of appearances. It is, you're perfect the way you are. And when you can accept that and see that, you actually acclimate on your spiritual path and spiritual level. So a lot of people who are, constantly day in and day out looking at media, looking at magazines, they see these models, or you go into stores and you see, these mannequins, and they're all in the clothing and all these sizes, and they're all made for, people of a certain waistline or a certain size, and you inflict all this kind of negative self-talk to yourself, and you put all this pressure, and then you may go into trying to lose weight or go into a diet. And so many people want to lose weight, and they do it because they don't, they want to fit into a certain outfit, or they want to do it for, to impress somebody that they really like. And when you do that, you actually are not following your spiritual path. If you're going to make any kind of life changes for yourself, make sure it's for yourself, not for someone else. You have to be true to yourself and love, like I said, love everything about you that is imperfect, because again, our soul is actually perfect the way it is. You can't, the soul is basically was made in perfection from the universe, the divine consciousness. It's not something that is imperfect. What is imperfect is our ego, and that, is what we have to try to embrace, the good part of our ego, the good part of our soul. And when you can do that, you actually will see changes. So whatever you're going, whatever's going on in your life out there, whatever you are feeling at this very moment about yourself, you need to let that go. Release it and know that you are a beautiful person, that regardless of what you're going through, you're perfect. And sometimes it takes a little bit of, self-love. You have to treat yourself right, and you have to think positive. You have to kind of replace the negative thoughts with positive ones. And it's so difficult. Every day you read, articles of people who didn't love themselves enough, and, they were bullied by somebody, and, they went and took different type of measures, and I won't go into that, but, they inflicted harm on themselves. So I'll just leave it at that. And it's sad, because you are a beautiful person, and you should never let anyone tell you that you're not, or let think otherwise of it. So me personally, going through years of bullying in school and just in an adulthood, regular adult life, I draw upon a lot of those experiences that I had, and I actually wrote a book about that. And it was called, it's called The Tongue is Sharper Than the Sword. And it's surviving bullying, overcoming bullying, and it kind of is a semi-autobiographical piece, and it details my experiences with bullies. And a lot of the things that I experienced, I kind of now see it in a lot of the younger generations in the media as it's happening. Now we're living in a type of world where there's a lot of cyber bullying going on. So like back then they didn't have Facebook. We didn't have Facebook when we were growing up in the early 90s. So a lot of this was, took place in schools, but now bullying, has gotten to the media. And so a lot of, people are being bullied over Facebook, over, groups, over Twitter, over Instagram. And it's really a sad, case. I mean, these people are living with a lot of lower vibrations and negativity. And it's heartbreaking if you really look at it, that they're not really coming from a place of love. And I still see it to this day in a lot of the Facebook groups. Just a lot of negativity, and certain individuals, of course. And it's just that, the bully, everyone focuses on the victim, but they never focus on the bully. And the bully themselves, they may have gone through something tragic or traumatic in their own life that set this tone for themselves, and how they treat or perceive others. So in a way, they're trying to find healing. As weird as that sounds, they're trying to find some kind of healing for themselves by actually targeting somebody else, but that's totally the wrong approach, and it doesn't help them. So a lot of people, they will focus on the victim, but not so much on the bullying, on the person that is being the bully, and they're the ones that actually need the help. So ways that you can help yourself and actually focus on loving yourself more is just every day when you wake up, look in the mirror and compliment yourself. If you're having a bad day, or somebody is telling in your own family that you should lose weight, or they're being very just judgmental of yourself, of you need to go ahead and let them know. Communication is vital, and I think that's where a lot of people go wrong with learning how to love themselves, because they cannot communicate how they're feeling inside. You have to dig deep inside your soul, inside your mind, and let people know around you how you feel. Even if it's like talking to somebody, you need to reach out to somebody and get some help. There's nothing wrong with expressing how you feel inside, and actually when you can do that, you purge. Your soul is purged, and you purge a lot of the emotions that hold you back, a lot of the self-hate, the self-anger, the resentment, the shame, all of these emotions that you have inside of you that is telling you, even your inner thoughts, they're all kind of like purged and clear. So it's very, very important that you actually take some time to, talk to somebody, or kind of release how you're feeling with a good friend, a family member. And when you're able to actually do that, you are actually learning the steps towards self-love and honoring yourself. Because the whole thing is that, with the divine source or God and the angels, they want you to love yourself and be happy. We're living a human experience here on earth, and it's always full of, of obstacles and challenges, but they're actually just lessons, and we have to learn those lessons. And part of the lessons that, one of the lessons that you have to learn here on earth is to love yourself. Because if you can't love yourself, others cannot love you. And you can't see love or accept love without loving yourself. It all starts from within, from your heart, your mind, body, and soul. So when you honor yourself and love yourself, then love, things start manifesting around you. You start seeing a lot of blessings. You may see financial blessings. You may see people are gravitating towards you. You start developing a more social circle. You basically, when you're vulnerable, when you're at your most vulnerable state, and you allow the people to see around you who you really are, that is when you have learned self-love and honoring yourself. And I think that it's a very, very important topic to talk about, and I hope that you do see this message. And those of you that are looking or that are subscribed to my YouTube channel, please feel free to share this video. I will be doing more videos. If you are on Facebook, you can check out my page. It's Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman. If you're on Instagram, it's Psychic Medium Ray. And on the web, I have my own website. It's psychicmediumray.webs. That's WEBS.com. And thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that everyone has a great day, and blessings and love and light.